Okay, so we talked about the 2K yesterday, didn't we? And one of the big positives to come out of the 2K was how popular the NA one was when we were watching it. And of course, I am talking about Scumpy breaking 100,000 viewers at one time during Twitch and getting an insane amount of subs. I don't want to try and put a number on it. I think it was something like 5 to 10,000 in one night, something stupid like that. It was dumb. It was crazy how many numbers he got. And I just really want to talk about that and how it maybe affects the rest of the year, because I think it does actually have big implications on what we could be seeing throughout Black Ops 4. Now, of course, I don't want to lean this completely on Black Ops 4's success so far that we've seen on Twitch, but it's definitely got a big factor in it. We've seen how popular it is. The numbers are really good. Yes, a lot of PC streamers who are popular are streaming it. So, for example, Shroud and Dr. Disrespect seem to be the guys that are doing it the most. But in terms of consoles, Scumpy has been putting up big numbers all the way through. And it sort of accumulated on Monday when they eventually did the finals, and he broke a lot of numbers. Yes, okay, some of them came from a Ninja host, but I think it was at like 70, 80 before that. Anyway, irrelevant though. The numbers are very, very big. For me, it speaks volumes at how big of a game Black Ops 4 is going to be this year. Last year, we've seen numbers for Twitch and stuff not be great as far as we're concerned. Of course, we don't know the official numbers, as the only people who will know that are the CWL. But realistically, I think everyone sort of knew that last year, for the viewer, it wasn't the best in terms of numbers. They didn't love watching World War II too much, but it seems to be different with Black Ops 4, and this is a good indication of that. If we're already getting solo streamers, bearing in mind this guy is OpTic Scumpy, and he is the guy who is one of the most, if not the most popular player on the scene, so that is obviously something to do with it, of course. But if we're getting those sort of numbers for a 2K final, and bearing in mind, this was actually against Spacely and Co. I don't even want to hazard a guess as to what it could have been if it was against 100 Thieves. But realistically, I think this just shows that the numbers this year are probably going to be insane. Putting us back to last year, for the finals of World War II, I don't want to quote an exact number, but I know it was somewhere in and around that sort of number, wasn't it? I think it was a little bit more than that, of course, but for that sort of scenario, you expect a lot more. I think for this year, going into Vegas, I'm actually throwing my hat in the ring here and saying I would not be surprised if we see over 250 to 300,000 viewers for the grand final of Vegas. I would love that. Hopefully I will be there in person to see it, of course, but I just think this is going to be a short video. There's only so much I can talk about Scumpy's numbers, but I just think that there's so many positives around this. It's just a really good indication for everybody. The CWL would love to see that. Everybody at MLG will love to see that. All the fans love to see it. All the players do like to see this. This effectively benefits everybody. If we have more viewers, it becomes more popular, more money into the game, more money into the CWL. It's all positive things. It's positive to everybody, and that's what brings me on to my next part about it. Was a couple of the complaints that came in to say, because the CWL tweeted it out themselves, didn't they? Which is great. We want to see more promotion. In general, I would like to see more promotion of the CWL. I think it was the official Call of Duty account tweeted it as well. I'm not 100% sure. But there was a little bit of an outcry about that, specifically mostly from X. He was the one that came up and said, well, why aren't you guys doing this for everybody else? And I think the point to make here is that I think if everybody, and a few of the pros have said the same thing, and I agree, I think that if you are there getting 80,000, 90,000 viewers without a Ninja host or whatever it was, it might have been 70. But realistically, I think if you're pulling those numbers, the CWL are going to promote you because it is within their interest. If they start promoting everybody, then they end up missing somebody out. Then it just becomes a little bit more awkward. I'd like to see that, don't get me wrong, I would love to see them maybe every day push out one pro stream or push out somebody's stream. Push out my stream. That would be great. Push out Spitfire on a Wednesday. Well, maybe not every Wednesday. We might be changing it to a Monday, but I'll let you know. But I think if they promoted it in general a little bit more, nothing bad would come from that. But at the same time, as said, it could get a little bit complicated if you aren't tweeting out certain teams, that sort of thing. On top of that, though, I do believe it was just because Scump was having so many numbers. He already had so many numbers. I think it directly benefits them, him having those numbers, so they wanted to push further and try to get more. They broke records for it for Call of Duty. It's a massively positive thing to happen. And long may it continue. I think, you know, realistically, you have to look at the individual benefits for Scumpy as well. I mean, outside of all these benefits of the CWL, he's managing to pull based on these. I mean, I think what was it coming in like 20,000 subs, 25,000 subs or something. I don't know the exact number, but he's pulling in big numbers on Twitch now. That's at least $60,000 or $70,000 a month if you work it off. The streamer gets $3.50 of every single sub. That's not including donations. That's not including his salary from OpTic, whatever that is. It's not including any prize money he makes this year. He could already be on course to making about $700,000 this year, which isn't too bad, nearly as much as I charge a day. But realistically, phenomenal for him, phenomenal for the scene. I want to see more of it. Scumpy needs to keep streaming. I'm really excited to see how the 2K numbers do this Sunday and Monday. Of course, I'm going to try and stream it myself in Europe. I do want to try and get in with some teams. If anybody out there wants me to come in and cast your 2K games on Sunday, I think I'll jump in at around round 2 or 3 or something like that. Maybe 3 or 4. I don't want to go in and watch Red Reserve blast through some team for all that. You guys will be able to see that on their own channels, but I want to cast some competitive gameplay because I haven't actually done it so far for Black Ops 4, and I really want to get some experience under my belt before any potential events, of course. But as said, phenomenal numbers from Scumpy. Long may it continue. Guys, if you did enjoy the video, please leave it a like, subscribe if you love the content we're pushing out here. I've been a little bit slow this week, but as said, I've been grossly unwell. I still feel a bit rubbish, I'll be honest with you, but we will have more videos coming this weekend. We'll be covering the 2K as much as we can as well. Guys, we will see you for the next video. Catch you then.